tell you the story of the Good Samaritan, and then Miss Rachel is going to ask me some questions, and I'm going to answer them. So first, let me start you off with the story. Once there was a man that got beat up on the side of the road by 3 bad guys. There were 3 other guys that came by. The first one looked at him. They were all on donkeys, I should tell you that. And then the first guy looked at him on the side of the road as he went by. He stopped and looked at him. He looked at him for like a while and then he went away. The other guys did the same. But the third guy, he wrapped him up in bandages. And then he took him to an inn, paid the man. He stayed there until he was better, went back home. Alright, here's Miss Rachel. Hey friends, remember when I told you the story? Now Miss Rachel will ask you some questions.
All right, so Evie told us the story of the Good Samaritan, and I appreciate that so much because this week we are talking about God's love and how we are to love others. So in the story of the Good Samaritan, what happens is this man is traveling down a road, and then all of a sudden these robbers come and they steal his money and they beat him up and they leave him on the side of the road. Well, then there's some people who come and they walk by, and the 2 people are people who you and I would think would help, would be like a friend to him. They were people who were working in the church or very important people, but they looked at him and they thought, I don't really have time to help. So they passed on by.
But the third man helped him.
The third man helped him, you're right. We call that man the Good Samaritan because he was from a place called Samaria. And what was strange about that was the Good Samaritan was somebody who probably wouldn't have got along with this man who was on the side of the road. It would be like if you have a person in your class who really annoys you and you just don't like at all, or somebody at your work who really annoys you that you just don't like at all, and you stopped and you helped them. That's what this man did. He stopped and he put him on his donkey and he paid his money so that he could get better. Now, when we think of that story, we think about how God wants us to love others. God doesn't want us to just love the people in our family. God doesn't want us to just love our friends.
He wants to love everybody.
He wants us, what did you say? He wants us to what?
Love everybody.
He wants us to love everybody. He wants us to love everybody, even the people who are really hard to love. So thank you, Evie, so much for sharing that story of the Good Samaritan with us. And I hope that you guys have learned a little bit from that story about how we can love others as God's people.